Hello, you're welcome. You're welcome onto my channel today, and it gives me great joy to observe you are viewing this video. I'm Dr. Olayinka Akanle. I am a lecturer in the university. I am a sociologist. I'm a researcher. I'm a public speaker. I'm a life coach. On this channel, I do a number of stuffs. But all these stuffs I do, you can easily cluster them into four: sociology, research, migration, and relationship. Meanwhile, if you have not subscribed to this channel previously, what are you waiting for? Kindly go ahead and subscribe to this channel. And if you have subscribed to this channel previously, thank you very much for staying tuned. Today, I want to address a very important topic within the context of research. So today I'll talk about archival method. Archival method. This is one method that people usually think maybe it's only for historians or it's only important for certain of people. But I must encourage you to take archival research very seriously. I've done a number of archival studies in the past, and I still do. And even if you are in science, if you are in engineering, if you are geosciences, humanities, it doesn't matter. Even in medical sciences, it doesn't matter the kind of discipline or profession in which you operate. Archival research, archival method is very important. It gives you a lot of insight into the past, into the present of what you are trying to research. Even if you're trying to innovate a particular stuff, it's not a bad idea for you to know what has been done in that area. Literature review can give you this. But historians do not consider, or people in humanities do not consider archival materials as secondary data. They don't see it as literature review. They consider it as primary data. I still you administer that question here. This is very important. While some disciplines may consider archival research, archival method as secondary data, historians, people in humanities consider archival research as primary data, or archival method as primary data. So it is very important. So what is archival method? Archival method talk about searching, gathering information, gathering data in systematic, orderly manner from the archive. Archival method means systematic gathering, systematic collection of data from the archive on a particular subject matter. But now, the next thing would then be, what is an archive? An archive is a place, is a location, is an entity where you have organized collection of non-current materials. Archival is an institution, is an organization. Archive is an organization, is an institution, is an entity, is a place where non-current materials are stored in organized way, in systematic way. That's an archive. You have manuscripts, you have documents, you have records, you have newspapers, you have sounds, you have videos, all manners of digital and non-digital collections are stored in this place. Usually they are historical materials. Materials that tells us about the past so that we can understand the present, so that we can understand the future. But most of the time people do research today, they just want to take it as a panoramic or photographic snapshot of that situation they are studying, without necessarily understanding the trajectory, the historical footprint of that issue. So you have people, each time I tell my students, go for an archival research, they don't even know where archives are. Well, there are archives in every country. And the best way to get information, historical information about a particular situation or innovation, is to go to the archive. So I recommend archival research to many people that may find it useful from today. So you get a original historical data. You're going to get them from the archive. And many countries are investing heavily in digitizing some of these archival materials now, so that they are stored in a way that can be retrieved easily and that can be kept into the distant future. So you talk about people, places, events, you can find them in archives. So when you dig into this, when you get that data from the archive, that's what we call archival method, archival research. So what are you supposed to do when you want to use archival method? You must understand the problem you are interested in. You must define your appropriate methodology and discover that archival research will help you, or archival method will help you. You must be very interested in understanding the historical antecedents of what you are doing, so you can have a complete narrative. I love it a lot. Understand where the issue you are interested in is coming from the past, so you can understand what is happening now. You can then understand the direction you should travel into the future. So this is very important. I love that approach to doing research. It makes your research very robust and your report very robust and comprehensive. So find out where the next archive is in your city, in your city. Find out. If you are in the US, there are many. Australia, UK, wherever you are in the world, Canada, even in Africa or Asia. Find out the most important archive that can give you information about that issue from the past to the present. So once you get it, fly to that place. You will be surprised at the kind of massive data you're going to get from the archive. Massive data. So make sure you get a topic. Then once you get a topic, get your methodology. Then see your objectives and see if your objectives will make you need archival method. But people think archival method is of the past. It's not relevant. It's just history. No, very relevant. So what should you do? If you want to use an archive, number one, you have to register. Get to that archive, register your presence. Tell them what you need. Tell them the kind of data you need. Tell them the kind of research you are doing. Register. You need. Sometimes you have to pay for registration. Sometimes with them maybe mine just a little, not so expensive. Then ask for help. Let them know the kind of help you may need. Then, excuse me, register. Let them know what you want to do. Let them know you are there. They usually have registration desk. Sometimes they charge you just a token to register. Then bring in your paper, pencil. Most of the time, a lot of them don't like permanent marker. A lot of them don't like you to use pen, pencil, paper. Most of them allow you to bring your laptop or your smartphone in case you want to download or you want to store. You need to keep silent. Many people are working there, and archival research is very intellectual, so don't disturb people. If you need to listen to anything, use your headphone and be silent, but be prepared to work. It can be very tedious and rigorous to search through a lot of non-current documents in a way that you can make sense out of them to help you prepare to work. It's not easy route if you don't like to collect data through IDI, FGD, KII, or case study or questionnaire. It's not an escape route. I have videos on these methods I just mentioned. Be careful with the materials. Sometimes some of those materials, they've been stored for so long, especially in hard copy. Some of them tend to be very fragile. Handle them with care. Be organized, very important. And get permission before you reproduce any document. Usually if you want to photocopy, or you want to scan, or you want to download, those facilities are usually available in those places. Sometimes you pay a token for those services. So, but get permission. And don't take anything away without record, without getting permission. And all your reproductions must be documented. You must document, well, I've made photocopy of this, I've downloaded this, I've scanned this, I've sent this by email, I've sent this by fax, I've sent this by Google Drive, I've used the cloud for this. Document all your reproductions, because those are intellectual properties of some people. And also organize materials. Once you are done using the material, make sure you organize the material and restore them appropriately. And share your schedule. When are you coming back? When are you going? When will you stop coming? If you're going for a break or for lunch, let them know you're going for lunch. If you want to go and have a side meeting, let them know you're going for a side meeting, you will return. Be very transparent about things you do. Unfortunately, this very relevant, important method of data collection is not very popular. Sometimes they are not taught in many disciplines, except maybe in history or some humanities. But I consider this very unfortunate. This is a very relevant method of data collection, archival method. Very relevant. That's why I'm making this video. Consider it in your next research, especially if you want to have historical footprints of the issue, trajectory of the issue from the past to the present. So you have a very elaborate understanding of the research, not just the snap photographic current narratives without knowing where you're coming from. So I recommend that a lot. Though it's very tedious, very involving, but it's very rewarding also. It gives you original sources. You get original information. You talk authoritatively. If it's an innovation in technology, if it's a new discovery in medicine, when you talk about where the issues came from, you're able to give a complete narrative and you become an expert in that area, rather than talking about the current issue without understanding the history. I use this method a lot. I love historical approaches to the contemporary issues I'm working on. I do a lot of studies in sociology and across many frontiers, and bringing the narrative from the past to the present gives me an insight into the future, and I find a lot of traction and success in this area. And it helps us to preserve history of what we're looking at. So anybody who reads your material or your report, they understand the historical trajectories of the issue, so they can understand why we are where we are at the moment. Very fantastic. It's preserving, it's illuminating, very refreshing, very rewarding, very fantastic and interesting. It gives a comprehensive view of it. Welcome to Archival Research, Archival Method of Data Collection. Until I see you in my next video, make sure you subscribe to this channel and tell others. Thank you very much and see you next time.